Welcome everyone. I'll just like walk you through the DXE test pattern, and probably like I'll just let you know like what are all the tips and tricks, like how do you crack DXE as such. So welcome everyone for the session. The one that you're seeing on the screen, this is your DXE pattern as such. Okay. DXE, I believe DXE is going to visit your campus, and during the time of assessment, the assessment vendor will be AMCAT. AMCAT will be conducting your online aptitude test. Okay. And these are all the sections. Whatever you see on the screen are all the sections. You'll have a verbal ability section, which will have like 12 questions in 15 minutes, a logical ability section, 14 questions in 14 minutes, a quantitative ability section, 16 questions in 16 minutes, essay writing section, one topic will be given and you'll have to like kind of answer that in 20 minutes, a computer programming section with 12 questions in 15 minutes, and an automata fix with 7 questions in 20 minutes. Now, to get started with the verbal ability part is your verbal aptitude, wherein topics like antonyms, synonyms, sentence correction, and reading comprehension, and all these topics will be covered under the verbal ability section. For logical ability is nothing but your reasoning section. Okay, all topics like your blood relation, direction, sense, and then all those things. Okay, so those are all will be covered under your reasoning ability section. A quantitative ability is where all your time and work, probability, permutation, combination, all those things will be covered under the quantitative ability section. And the next one is your essay writing section, wherein a particular topic will be given. AMCAT has a essay writing section which is called as WriteX. Okay, so AMCAT will be using WriteX to conduct its essay writing section, wherein a particular topic will be given, and you would be required to write 200 words in that particular topic. Okay, so again, like say again, the topics, what are all the most important topics and everything, we will share with you here. The caution that you need to like kind of the most important thing that you need to stress upon is, once they ask you to write an essay, it would be better like, see, we should be able to write that essay with minimum number of mistakes, minimum number of times wherein you keep deleting it on the screen itself. Okay, you should not be like kind of deleting the contents, whatever you write on the screen, you should not be like kind of overwriting it, deleting it, using of backspace, everything should be minimized. So what I would request when you have this kind of a session is, before you start writing something, like just have a small map of what is that you're going to do. Because see, or again, what I would suggest you to do is, like, before you start writing it, or before you start typing on it, anyways you'll be allowed to use a white paper during the session, because for all your calculations and everything in the quants and logical round, you will be allowed to use a pen and paper. So what you can do is, you can at least like write down the points in a pen and using a paper. You can just write down the points, and then you can start typing from it. Okay, instead of just directly typing on it, because once you start directly typing on it, what will happen is, you will be like using your backspace, you'll be like deleting it and everything. You'll have to minimize your deletes and your backspaces and everything. So in order to do that, what you can do is, you can kind of just like, it's just a small tip. What you can do is write down all the pointers in a small piece of paper, that is your rough paper, whatever sheet that you're going to use it as a rough sheet, you can just write it down, and then like you can start typing on it, so that this will minimize the errors that you do while typing in that essay as such. Okay, the next round is a computer programming round. Here it's this programming, whatever we call it, as like for the 12 questions in 15 minutes, this is not a coding section. Okay, you'll have to keep it in mind, this is not a coding session. This is a computer programming MCQ, multiple choice question section. Okay, you will be given like 12 questions with multiple choices. You will have to choose the correct answer. This will be similar to the verbal, logical, and quantitative ability section which you already attended. Okay, again, I want to make it clear, this computer programming section is not a coding section. Okay, this is not a coding section, this is a multiple choice question section. So please ensure that you are aware of it, and be prepared for this particular section as such. The last and final section is your automata fix. This automata fix section is again, this is a coding section, but there is a small difference in this automata fix section. This is not your regular coding section. Okay, in automata fix, what will happen is, 7 programs will be given, or 7 questions will be given, and each of these questions will have a small error in it. Okay, you should correct that error, fix that error, compile it, ensure all the test cases are passing, and then you'll have to proceed on to the next question. Okay, here the most important thing that you need to note down is, For all the see, sorry, I believe most of you have taken up an AMCAT assessment. AMCAT assessment, if you look at it, it follows an adaptive test taking strategy. This does not follow a linear test taking strategy. What do you mean by adaptive test taking strategy? In simple terms, I would put it this way. I don't want to get very complex about it, but in a very simple term, once you finish a particular question, you will not be able to go back to that old question. Once you finish that question, click on save, and then you move to the next question. You will not be able to move back to the or the previous question. That is called as adaptive testing. Even when you write our practice tests and everything, what I want to ensure is I want you to ensure that you don't go back to the previous question. Once you complete a question, make it a practice that you don't go back and edit the previous question. This is very, very, very important. Please make a note of it. AMCAT test pattern follows a adaptive test taking strategy. It does not follow a linear test taking strategy. Linear test taking is something like once you complete one particular question, you will be able to go back and check once you like say suppose you are on the first question, you finish the first question, you move to the second question, you finish the second question, you move to the third question, you finish the third, you go back, you go to the fourth, you finish fourth, you go to fifth. Now in a linear test taking strategy, what will happen is you say suppose you are there on the fifth question, you can still go ahead and edit the first or second question, okay? But in an adaptive test taking strategy, once you come to the fifth question, you will not be able to go back and edit the first, second, and third and fourth question. Okay, I believe all of you are made aware of it. Again, I'm putting it, AMCAT follows an adaptive test taking strategy. What it means is, say suppose you're taking up a quants, reasoning, verbal, or this computer programming session, all the multiple choice questions. Once you finish one question, you move to the second, you finish second, you move to the third. Once you're there on the third, you cannot go back and edit the first and second question. Okay, I think this gets very, very, very clear. Okay, don't come and tell us later that, sir, we were not able to go back and edit the old questions. I want to make this very, very, very clear. AMCAT follows an adaptive testing. Adaptive testing is something like once you finish the first question, based on whether the question is right or wrong. Say, suppose you get the first question correct, the difficulty level of the next question increases by like 5 or 10%. If you get the first question wrong, the second question will also appear at the same difficulty level. Say you get the second question also right, first question is correct, second question is correct, third question difficulty level gradually increases. 1, 2, 3, all three correct, fourth question difficulty level gradually increases. Say suppose you get one correct, second one is wrong, the third one will have the same level or the same difficulty level as the second one. Third one you get it correct, the fourth one will increase, the difficulty level will increase a bit. Okay, so that is so. As and when you get correct answers, the difficulty level of the next question will increase. Whereas when you get that answer wrong, the difficulty level of that particular question itself will stay for the subsequent questions. Now you might think very smart enough, why should I get all right answers? Because my difficulty level goes on increasing. Rather, I attend 5 questions. After that, I make sure that the subsequent questions I get it wrong so that all the subsequent difficulty level will stay. It is not like that. More the number of difficult questions that you attend, more the number of marks you stand to choose. Okay, like I said, as and when you get correct questions, the difficulty level increases. As and when the difficulty level increases, the marks for those questions will also increase. So now, as and when you get more number of correct questions, more difficult questions will come. For example, say suppose the first question carried a mark of 1 mark, the second question will carry 1.2 marks. If I'm saying if you're getting it correct, second question you get it right, the third question will carry a mark of 1.4. So the more number of right questions you get, the more you stand a higher chance of cracking that particular section as such. Okay, so now I want to make it very, very, very clear. AMCAT follows an adaptive test-taking strategy wherein once you complete a question and you move to the next question, you will not be able to go back and check the other question as such. So get this very, very, very clear. Okay, even when you take the tests and everything in the portal, ensure that once you complete a question, you don't practice or don't have that habit of practicing and going back to check the old questions. Okay, I hope I'm very clear on this now. Now, the next important thing comes here, okay? Now, when I say, okay, you finish your question, you will not be able to come back to the old question. Now the doubt arises whether in programming, that is automate a fixed section also, whether we follow the same strategy. No, AMCAT gives you a preference there. What happens in automate a fix is 7 questions you can go back and forth. Okay, so in an automate a fix section alone, you have the choice of going back to the old question. Okay, whereas in all the other sections like verbal ability, quants, and computer programming, essay writing is not a problem because essay writing is only one question. You will not have a problem. But rather in all the rather in other sections, once you complete one question, you will not be able to go back to the old question. Whereas with Automatafix, you have a choice wherein you can juggle between the questions. You can shuffle between the questions. You can find which one is the easiest one, finish the easiest one, and then you can go back to the difficult ones. That is possible in Automatafix. But here you have a small catch in Automatafix also. Once you start the Automatafix section, you will be asked to choose the programming language. The choice of programming language is C, C++, Java. I want to make it again clear. The choice of programming language is C, C++, Java. You don't have any other programming language. Python, Ruby, Perl, nothing is allowed. Only C, C++, and Java is allowed in Automatafix. And again, the most important thing is, before you start the Automatafix section, you will have to choose one programming language. Okay, say suppose you choose the programming language as C. All the 7 questions you will have to attend only in C. Say suppose you choose the programming language as Java. All the 7 questions you will have to attend in Java. It is not like one question you can attend in C, one question you can attend in Java. You cannot do that. Okay. Now I hope I'm very, very clear on it. Like I said, quants, reasoning, verbal, and computer programming. As and when you finish off one question, you cannot go back and change the answer of the other questions because you'll not even have a previous button itself in AMCAT pattern. But rather in Automatafix section, you are allowed or you're given the freedom of juggling between questions or shuffling between the questions. But one catch is, once you choose the programming language as C, Java, or C++, all the 7 questions you'll have to attend in that particular programming language only. And the next important thing is, you have only a choice of C, C++, and Java. You don't have any other programming languages as a choice. Okay, I want to make this very, very, very clear with Automatafix. Okay, another important thing with Automatafix is in those 7 questions. Okay, the types of questions that you can find in Automatafix. I'll get into this now. Okay. There are different types of questions in Automatafix. One is, the first type is wherein a particular program will be given. You will have to find the error in that particular program, modify or rectify that error, compile the test cases. All your test cases should pass, and you will be that will be successful. That is one type of question. The second type of question is wherein you will be given a program, one line in that program will be missing. You need to fill in that line alone. Again, do the compilation, ensure all your test cases, the private, public, all your test cases are passing, you proceed. That is second type of question. There is a third type of question wherein the program skeleton alone will be given, the function name will be given, but the function description, the lines inside that function will not be given. That is the third type of question. Okay, so you'll have like 3 different types of question. And to make it very, very, very clear, most of the questions you will get it in C, but I want to caution it here. Now you will also start getting questions in data structures also in Automatafix. Don't think that it will be only normal programming questions. You will get data structure questions also in Automatafix. I want to repeat it again and again. You will get data structures questions also in Automatafix. Okay. How to prepare for it and everything, I will let you know. But I want to make this very, very, very clear now with you. Okay. So now when I spoke of those 3 different types of questions, the first type is you will have an error, you need to rectify that error. Second type is you will have an empty line, you need to write that empty line of code, compile it. The third thing is you'll just have the function name, you need to write the logic inside the function. Now the first type 1 and 2 will carry lower marks. Say for example, you have 7 questions. Okay, 7 questions. I'm just giving an example. 7 questions for 100 marks. What will be the marks for each and every question? Roughly like what? 100 divided by 7 is what? 1, 3, around closely 14 marks you have for a particular question. Okay. Now what will happen is the type 1 and 2, rectifying the error, filling in the missing line of code, will probably have only 10 each. Okay, suppose 5 questions from these two types are coming, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, you'll have 50 marks. The 2 questions wherein only the skeleton code is given, wherein you'll have to write that entire function, those questions will carry an higher mark. Say, suppose it will carry like 25 marks. Okay, so while taking up the test, it is better. First, what you can do is finish off the easy questions. Okay, like that error missing question and that missing line code and everything, finish off those. But please try to attend at least one question wherein you need to write the function or you need to write the code in the inside the function. Okay, just try to at least attend one question in that, because that question will carry a higher weightage. This is a very, very, very important point to crack into Automata Fix. Okay, so this is how you need to prepare for this. Now the question comes in, like, how do I prepare? Now I believe all of you have your college Telegram groups. If you don't have your college Telegram groups, check with your friends, check with your place partner, ensure that everyone is part of the college Telegram groups that we have created. Ensure that you visit the Telegram group at least like 3 or 4 or even 5 times during your daytime and even at night. Check it out. There will be lots and lots of important materials that we will be sharing in the Telegram group. Please don't ignore any of the materials that we are sharing in the Telegram group. Please ensure that you keep the Telegram group open all the time, and ensure, like, if there is any new material that comes up in the Telegram group, please ensure that you watch on all the details that is available in the Telegram group. Okay, this is the most important thing. Okay, we will be sending lots and lots of important material. Whatever we are sending in the Telegram group, just trust us blindly and just start preparing from that material. That is very, very, very important. Okay, so if you have not joined the Telegram group, please ensure that all of you are part of the Telegram group. Okay, that is something that I want to tell you very, very, very clearly. The next important thing is the online test that we have given. Okay, don't think that it is just only practice online tests and just like don't take it very lightly. Please take these online tests, whatever we have given in the online portal. Ensure that if at all some of you don't have the login ID and everything, reach out to your placement department, get the login details and everything. Ensure that you take up the online test. The reason I'm telling you is you can find a lot of questions getting repeated from the online test and from the materials that we are sharing. Okay, so please practice everything. Don't take it lightly. I want to again stress on that point. Please please don't take it lightly, and finally you'll end up, I didn't know that. Had I known, I would have done all those things. Let's not do a postmortem at the end of the examination. Please take it very, very, very seriously. Again, for essay writing, what I've done is I've shared the important topics in your Telegram group. Start preparing essays. Start writing essays now itself. Okay, start preparing beautiful essays. Don't like have one single common essay written by one and everyone copy paste and write it. Don't do that. Everyone prepare your own essays now itself. Prepare it and keep it. Do all your editing and everything, because most of the essays that would come, we have given you the essays that we are expecting, and mostly it will be from that only. Okay, so again, essay writing also, the most important thing is, please, whatever we have shared in the Telegram group, please take a look at all the essay topics now itself. Write essays and just keep it so that it will be easier while you take up the final examination. Okay, so these are all the important things that I wanted to discuss with you. I hope I'm very clear what this adaptive pattern is. How do you crack into Automata Fix? What kind of questions will be asked in Automata Fix? What are all the programming languages that will be asked in Automata Fix? And the importance of your Telegram group and the importance of your online test. I think I have explained everything in detail. Okay, so this marks the end of the session.